Ladies and gentlemen, episode 14, Wilder Wrestling Entertainment. We're here with Randy, my buddy. He's becoming a regular on this show. So, Randy, I
I
appreciate having
man,
you.
I need to start getting a paycheck for this.
Randy, I'm sorry you didn't fill out your W-2, so I'm going to have to decline your application.
Oh
But
man,
we are here,
we can 1099
SummerSlam.
it.
Yeah. We are here for SummerSlam Night One predictions. Night one. We're gonna have two episodes. We're gonna just like how WWE is splitting up SummerSlam into two nights. We're splitting it up in two episodes.
Why
So we're
not?
yes, right. So before we get into that, on my last episode I addressed it, but let's take a moment of silence for the legend Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Randy. I love your background for life, man, right? Say what you want to say about the man, but pro wrestling would be nowhere where it is today without that man himself. I mean,
Politics aside, man, like we wouldn't even be doing this podcast right now if it wasn't for Hogan.
exactly, man. I mean, I remember I wasn't even into wrestling as a younger kid, but I did have a Hulk Hogan, like those big rubber action figures. I had that one and a Mean Gene. And you best believe I played the heck out of those things until they started like rubbing off and like you could barely see anything. It was all like a beige
Hmm.
color. So, I mean, yeah, so rest in peace, legend. All right. SummerSlam night one. First off, I'm going to say this. SummerSlam was looking a little shaky in my opinion at first, but I believe
Yeah,
it's got a stat card. I think it's got a stat card night one and night two. What are your thoughts about it?
I like it. They seem to, get majority of everybody involved. There's a couple of faces that I wish were there, Still don't know what's going on for Rollins. Don't know.
All right, I want
But
to I want to get into that actually.
I figured we'd talk about it a little bit, but
Yeah. All right. So let's start WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So we got Judgment Day versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, right?
mhm.
So you got, Roxanne Perez took Liv Morgan's spot because she's out with an injury.
Hmm.
And with Raquel Rodriguez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which I still find odd that they're pairing these two. I mean, these are both names that could carry, on a singles match, but I get it. They're giving other women a chance at the main shot at the main titles. So put them in a tag team. But what do you think about this match? What do you think? Who's gonna win? What are your thoughts, Randy?
I think there's two schools of thought on this one. For one, I think Judgment Day has had a nice little resurrection here lately. Um,
I
they're
agree.
kind of like, they're still heels, but they're those like lovable heels. They're goofy. They come out. They're great in the ring. Honestly, all of them are really great in the ring. Even the women. Raquel's really stepped her game up. Roxanne, she's still a little green to me. She seems a little slow in the ring. Um, so if we carry that momentum, then I see them winning, and they only use the whole Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. While it's fun, the whole like we're besties, we're not besties, thing.
Hmm.
But I think that was used to kind of help elevate Charlotte a little bit more. Because if you notice, like the fans are all of a sudden like, "Hey, she's kind of cool again,"
Yes.
because she's like showing her lighter side. Or I've heard rumors that Judgment Day may be on the implosion path. Um, in which case, that would put the belts on Alexa and Charlotte and just let them have something to do for the next couple of months. And then they figure the Judgment Day thing out. I
Okay.
don't see it going that way. I think Judgment Day pulls it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I think that Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez keeping the titles on them makes a better story for when Liv Morgan returns,
I
right?
agree.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss really don't need a tag team championships.
Mm-mm.
And it would be kind of cool, like to kind of see them kind of get angry with each other, which can set up a match them versus each other. Because man,
Exactly.
them two in a singles match would be fantastic. I know they did it recently, but I would like to see it on a bigger scale, on like a main event. So
I would too. I mean, these are, two female wrestlers that both of them returned, around the same time. They haven't really been, of course, Charlotte, bulldozed her way into a title match and all that stuff, like right off the jump. But I'm glad they saw that the fan base didn't respond well to that and reined her back a little bit. Alexa hasn't hardly had any screen time at all,
Yeah.
besides this whole Charlotte thing. So that's the way I framed it. It was just a nice way to elevate really both of them because I didn't even think about Alexa needing, just something to do. But I think this elevates them to, more of their, relevancy and maybe put them more into a singles environment again. Be like, there's what, four singles titles that, need to be dispersed. And, I don't see anybody really going for the Intercontinental title besides Becky Lynch. So,
Mm.
or not Becky, Lyra and Becky both kind of
Yes.
shuffling those around. So, yeah, there needs to be more solo females pushed.
I don't know if I'm just beating a dead horse, but can we just, for Christ's sakes, put Alexa Bliss with the Wyatt Six?
But would it make sense right now?
I would be happy. Nothing
I know, like
nothing
I
else
think that'd
makes
be cool,
sense.
but like it seems like that would be something I need to see them like drop some more breadcrumbs and kind of build it up a little bit more.
Okay. All right. Well, Randy and I are both at the same page. Judgment Day is retaining the women's tag team championships. All right, so next match, I'm excited to see because, like my buddy Corn Deasy and I were talking, this is what WWE has been doing since the first WrestleMania. We got Randy Orton in Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Kind of a no-brainer as far as in who's going to win, in my opinion. But what are your thoughts
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a layup call. I mean, you just figured like Jelly Roll is going to go over. That's the whole thing. Like for this, they're showing off the guy, like his weight loss and his dedication. I mean, this is his moment,
Yeah.
just quite frankly. So it's going to be a fun match, though. I have really come around on that. I always say I'm a fan of Logan Paul in the work in the ring. I think he's a fantastic worker. Drew will do whatever you tell him to do, lose, win, whatever. He's going to make it look great. Orton, is there anybody better in the ring than Orton? That's always debatable. I think it's just going to be a good match. Yeah, besides the obvious call, it's going to be fun.
I was at, I think I mentioned on my last episode, I said, like, the pairing of all of these wrestlers didn't really make sense. But now I kind of, after thinking about it, with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul in the ring together, you could have put any fourth person in there, and they're gonna carry that person. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a great call to make Jelly Roll look good. I mean, Jelly Roll is, I mean, he's selling seats. Like I mentioned on the last
yeah,
episode, my mom wants to watch SummerSlam just because Jelly Roll
exactly.
is on SummerSlam. She loves
And
Jelly
that's
Roll,
that's what
so
make yeah, that's what makes it make sense. And yeah, like, we've talked about in the chat, like it's always been a thing with celebrity involvement. It seems like they've been going a little overboard with it here lately. That's TKO, their money machines, that's what they go for.
I don't know, man. I
But
mean, at one point we had a celebrity on every single Monday Night Raw.
yeah, I guess so.
And then
That was the
also,
dark times though.
and I mean, and let's just go back to the first like four or five WrestleManias.
Yeah, Mr. T and
Yeah, I mean, Cyndi
he's
Lauper,
the one that definitely just, yeah, exactly.
so I don't, I see people like kind of like, debating if Jelly Roll being in this is a good move, but I mean, this is nothing new. And Jelly
They're
Roll, I
not
mean,
gonna
he's one of the hottest
they're
stars out right now.
Exactly. They're not gonna ask too much of him. The actual superstars in the match, they're gonna be the ones carrying this. You've got three great ones. And like I said, I just don't think they're gonna let him get his spots in. It looks like he's trying to use like the boss man slam a little bit, a choke slam or something. He's probably gonna get a couple good spots in there. He's probably gonna get handled too. They're
Yeah.
gonna slam him around a little bit just to show he can go.
So
Um,
since we think that Randy Orton and Jelly Roll are sure and win, or do we agree that Jelly Roll's going to get the pin?
yeah, I think I could see that.
Yeah.
I think like like a hot tag to him. Orton catches him with an RKO and Jelly Roll like rolls him up or something like just they'll make it fun. It's going to be a fun match.
Who's he gonna pin? Drew or Logan?
Oh, I think Logan.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So Randy and I think Randy Orton, Jelly Roll for the win. If you think different, let us know. If you don't think Jelly Roll belongs in SummerSlam, let us know as well too. I personally think that this is nothing new, and I'm excited to see what he can do because the
It's
man is pure
not
talent.
it's not hurting anybody. I don't know like too many people that he's taken a spot from, to be there. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
All right. So Tribal Chief, TC1, and Jay Uso. Might have to do
Yeet.
this.
Four letters.
Uh.
Now I'm gonna do like he does. I'm just gonna let everybody else finish it up. I
Hey,
ain't
hold
even gonna
on,
say
hold
it
on,
no more.
hold on. Repeat. Hey, that is the coolest thing they started doing with him,
I,
man. Is playing back his music,
I wish they didn't do it every single time he came out now, though. Like,
dude.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I
sorry.
think it's overbooked a little bit.
I'm against you because I
They
they can do it for a third time and
can just have a
I'll
whole
be in front of
hour
my
long,
TV
just
like
like,
this. Yes, right. So
I love it. I
uh,
love Jey Uso, so
So verse Braun Breaker, which if you don't know, Randy over here, huge Braun Breaker fan. This is all he talks about. And
yeah,
Bronson Reed, right? So Seth Rollins is out, injured, right? So we think he's
yeah, right.
injured, right? For I mean, let's not get into this real quick. So let's get into the match. So Tribal Chief comes out, you know, the night after what event did he come back after? Saturday night main event. He
It was
came out.
Saturday night
Yeah,
main
he
event.
came back at the Monday night after Saturday night main event. And man, what a pop he got, right? And then
Always.
they've been going at it. Dude, I gotta say one thing before our thoughts on this match. I love how Bronson Reed stole Roman Reigns' shoes on last
Dude,
Monday Night Raw.
that was the best one. I even said it in chat. I was like, all right, stealing his Nikes was kind of cold. I ain't gonna lie.
He
Like
said,
that was a good move, dude.
"I love me some Bronson Reed." I think did he say? I think if I'm wrong, he goes, "I'm gonna look good in these."
Uh-huh.
He stole that man's sneaks. Man, I tell you what, man,
That was the
Roman.
most G move I've seen in
Yes,
WWE, maybe.
I I think that's the first time we've ever seen someone's sneakers get stolen off.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
appreciate, I mean, so many things get recycled in wrestling. I love when something new happens, and that one hit every spot. That was good.
Bronson, you're the man for stealing my Tribal Chiefs sneaks, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Yes, and he's got a sick shoes collection, man. So I mean, he could splurge to get rid of a pair, so we're good. All right,
Yeah, right.
so
That was on the lower shelf.
yeah. What do you think about this match? In my opinion, I think this match can go either way. What are your thoughts?
No, I really think this is I think Roman's got to go over on this one.
Really? Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, I just think he needs to start building a little bit more momentum because it seems like he just keeps getting like stalled every time he comes back, for whatever reason, he just gets stalled. I think he needs to start rebuilding a little bit of momentum. So I think it's to me is kind of clear that they're going to put Uso and Reigns together and maybe start building like a little a face like OG bloodline type deal or something.
Okay. You definitely can. I mean, Jay Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman. I mean, heck,
Mhm.
throw in a Samoan werewolf in there.
Yeah, man. That'd be hype. Get Jacob
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Well, I want to go against you. I don't want to agree with you anything. I think
That's fair.
that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are going to win just to kind of shock and show you who the new bad
The
dudes
power.
are,
Yeah. No,
who the
I could see
powerhouse
that.
is. Hey, these two guys just took out two of the top WWE stars. Tribal Chief won, and man, my man, main event Jey Uso. I would like to see that, but if Roman Reigns and Jey Uso win, I'm not going to be upset.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be standing in front of the TV going like this, you know what I mean? Any chance I can
Yes,
eat,
sir.
I'm gonna eat. What do you
Um, I was going to say one more thing. I think that has a lot to do with what you think about Seth Rollins' injury as well. Because I think if he is legitimately out for a while, I could definitely see it going the way where the Bronze win. Just so they can still show like, hey, like we're pushing, we're going forward with this, regardless of Seth or not.
I love how
And
you call them the bronze. I never
the
heard that
Bronze,
before.
man. You didn't? You didn't see it's Roman Reigns said it
Did he
on
really?
one of his yeah, it was one of his
Uh,
like Instagram shorts where he's on the treadmill and he's walking and stuff and he's like the bronze.
I never even paid attention to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, man. My apologies.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Seth is doing a work on everybody and coming back, I could see them losing. Um, just to, kind of put him back in the glorified spot. Like it's going to look really strong if they take out Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Um, if Seth is working everybody, like I said, he's going to pop in, cash in, whatever. Basically, if he's still involved, then I think the Bronze lose, just so he can re-elevate it, and they kind of keep that second fiddle role.
Okay. I I think Seth Rollins' injury, I think he's coming back on SummerSlam. Just
And I'm leaning
because
that direction now.
just because the way that Paul Heyman keeps talking about how he's very injured and he won't be back for a while, but he still has a year to cash in his money in the bank. They never really put a lot of emphasis on when wrestlers are coming back, but for some reason, he keeps talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them if they pull this off, and it is a big work because that's one of those like old school like great WWE swerves there. Like you got to still swerve the audience every now and again. Like
Yeah.
everybody's too plugged in now, and they got too many opinions and too many like insiders and stuff like that. Everybody needs to be fooled once in a while, and this is a good opportunity. If they pull that off, I am back in because I've been a little unhappy with storytelling here lately.
Yeah, you and JLo both, man. So I'm hoping I'm gonna call Seth after we record this episode and ask if he can come
Okay,
back. Just so I can get my boys Randy and JLo back in it. I mean, he might listen to me, but we'll see. All
we'll
right,
see.
so Randy's thinking Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are taking it. I'm going with the Bronze. So I'm gonna say they're gonna take it. All right, so WWE Women's Championship. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, which I'm going to step in. I'm thinking Jade's taking this no brainer.
I
I
think they've been. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm you're good. I really wish they. I don't. I feel like Tiffany hasn't done much since she's been champion. And she's
Yeah,
so cool, man. She's awesome, man. And she was one of those people who built a natural like love from the audience. Like they didn't really have to push her down our throats. The audience loved her and I like it because she was like the mean girl, and that style's like back with movies like The Mean Girls, you know what I mean?
right.
And I love it. And I was very happy they put the title on her, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like you don't I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking, out of my behind,
Um,
but
I feel like she stole Alexa Bliss's character, like the whole Mean Girl thing. And when Alexa came back, I feel like they tried to like dial that back a little bit with Tiffany, but then at the same time, that took away like everything she knew about her character. It's still there, but it's not nearly like it was whenever she was like first getting onto the roster. Like she was a legit like just savage female. Like
yeah.
she tore those girls apart. But she's fantastic in the ring. Like she really is. If she has somebody
Yes.
that can keep up with her and work with her, which, there's some slow females, on the roster right now, and they don't always jive together. They don't have really great chemistry.
Hmm.
But I think Tiffany has made the best out of everything that she's been given so far. But I also think that they have been itching to push Jade Cargill with some gold on her.
I was thinking the same thing. That's why I think Jade Cargill's a no-brainer because I'm
Hmm
very surprised that it took this long to put one of the women's belts on her. I know they gave her the
I,
tag team championships, And I know that it was rumored that her wrestling was a little like rusty, so they kind of sent
That's
her and they kept her in a tag team. But
I mean, she has the look like she may be the like most like chiseled, just athletic looking, female wrestler ever, honestly. Not even just, in WWE. So she has that definite look, that draw, she's
mhm.
powerful. She can, throw people around and is great. But yeah, she was just so stiff in the ring and it showed. And I think not pushing her to the moon when she first got in, even her first year, was a smart call. And I definitely think putting her through uh, you know, sending her back to the gym, to learn how to bump and how to work with people. I think that was what she needed because she's been pretty decent since she came back. She's still that those kicks. She still throws those Bill Goldberg kicks, but she's you know, but she's gotten a lot better. I don't look forward to hearing her on the microphone, so that could be a thing. That stifles her career a little bit, but in ring she's fantastic.
So who do you think's winning? So I'm saying Jade Cargill. What do you think?
I gotta agree with you on
All
that.
right.
I think I think I just think they want to put gold on her.
Mhm. So Randy and I are both thinking Jade Cargill. I think probably most of the internet's thinking the same thing. Still love you, Tiffany.
Yeah.
You're still my number one.
Oh, she's
But
got a long career ahead of her.
oh
Like
yeah,
this is just the first reign.
absolutely. All right. So main event night one, World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther, the ring general, the one who made Goldberg will not tap out but pass out. Verse CM Punk, best in the world.
Best in the world.
Jayla, you hear me? Best in the world. All right, man. So, what are your thoughts?
Man. Um, this one I am actually really torn on. I feel like Punk is definitely one of those ones that it would be great for the Seth Rollins side of the story if CM Punk has the belt because their chemistry and feud is just always great anytime they start going after each other. But at the same time, man, Gunther is such a good heel champion. Like he is a great heel champion, and just booking speaking, they like to have heels as champs. It just works best. Like they get to, work the audience better. They get to control the match better. And Gunther's just been able to carry that weight, like no problem. I didn't like how they gave him the belt back so soon off of Jay, but he's hard to argue with. Like he looks good with the belt. He's good in the ring. He's good on the microphone. He gets under people's skin. But CM Punk, how many how long are they going to make him pay his dues back, before they give him a belt again? The last time we saw him with the belt, he was the, mega heel version of CM Punk, the Paul Heyman guy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's been quite a while.
so I think, if they are setting up, a couple of personality changes, whether Cena goes face, Cody goes heel, Seth comes back or something like that, they need a powerhouse heel character. I don't think CM Punk is going to take that role. I think he's going to go babyface it's going to tell a lot, is what I'm saying. CM Punk, if he gets the belt, I think he's going to be at the mega face push, and then the super heel is going to stay on the WWE Championship side. If Gunther wins, then I think, the babyface run is coming on the WWE's or the WWE belt with Cody.
So, who's winning? Who's taking the World Heavyweight Championship belt
It
home tomorrow? I mean, Saturday night.
it lines up and sets so much good stuff up going into, the end of the year if CM Punk wins it. So I'm going to go with that. If they were smart, I think they would let CM Punk win it.
Okay. I think CM Punk's going to win too, but I think Seth Rollins is going to come in and cash in and take that championship from him on
Yep.
Saturday night. Everyone keeps thinking Seth Rollins is coming, is going to be interfering with Cena and Cody. And I mean, that could be true. But I think it would just be bittersweet after the long feud they had. CM Punk finally has the championship. He's doing it. And all of a sudden, Seth's
Burn
music.
it down.
Yes, it hits, and he just, and all of a sudden he doesn't see him, and I don't know, he clocks him with a suitcase or something, gives him like three heel stomps, and takes that belt from him, right after he's had it for just minutes. That's,
What they might do is they might just have like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed slip in the old black hoodies, with the hoods on and beat him down a little bit, and then Seth comes in out of nowhere from under the ring or something and takes the belt. But I've that's all speculation. That would be the fun way to do it. Like that's what I'm hoping for, man. I'm hoping they use this as a kickoff point for like some good fresh storylines.
yes. All right, so I guess in the end, we both think CM Punk's gonna win. But I'm
Yeah.
just I'm hoping Seth Rollins comes in and takes it from him. I mean, it's like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, I am hoping that's the way it would go. For one, it would mean my boy's healthy. He doesn't really have another severe knee injury,
Yeah.
which, I hated that for him. Um, and I got to see what they had planned for this group. Like if he really did, blow his knee out and they're just stuck floundering, Paul Heyman trying to talk for Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, like I don't know how long they can go with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think either one of those are ready to be like a super solo star. I love, like I love the prospect of Braun Breaker. Like the guy's fantastic,
Yes.
but he's just not ready for that yet.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. All right. So let us know, who do you think is going to win out of the World Heavyweight Championship match, main event, night one? Gunther, the Ring General, or CM Punk, best in the world? So we're both thinking CM's taking it, but I'm hoping Seth takes it back from him. So. Well, Randy, that was night one. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining me. Everyone who's watching, thank you for watching. Please remember, share, like, love, comment, and make sure you do the little thumbs up. I appreciate it. And like always, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Randy. Everyone, y'all have a good night. See ya.
Later, y'all.